Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking the skincare brand Naturium. It's been a whole 12 months since I've talked about this brand online, and 18 months since the brand itself launched. 12 months ago, I did like a 6-month update and look at the brand and some of their new launches. I said I was willing to give Naturium a second chance based on some of the controversy surrounding their failed launch. As a result of that video and the decision to give them a second chance, so many people came at me online. Quite a lot of negativity, people saying that was the wrong decision, and some of the comments and things just bordering on the hateful. I clearly understood that this was upsetting a few people, so I said, okay, that's it. I won't mention the brand ever again. We'll just move on from this. I've been sat back over the past couple of weeks thinking about this and thought, no, so many of you guys ask me day in, day out what my thoughts are on the brand, some of their new products, and I don't mention it because of some of that negative feedback. Well, you know what? Haters, they're always going to hate. And when it comes to skincare, it is just that, skincare. And I think we should always be able to share our thoughts, feelings, and opinions freely without people having to come at you. Also, a lot of the time when you're looking for reviews of this brand, you'll see some of the content creators here online falling firmly into two categories. You have the people that absolutely adore the brand, people like Lakeisha Adams, Glow by Ramon, two of my favourite content creators, which I'll leave links to their videos below. In the opposite column, you have people that really just are not fans of the brand and the ethics and the products themselves. People such as Dr. Dre, you've got Sarah over at No BS Beauty, and Cyril Laurent. These are people that really don't want to go anywhere near the brand and aren't impressed by the formulations and the brand identity itself. Again, I'll link their videos below if you do kind of want a second opinion. This kind of makes it a little bit difficult because if you're just wondering what products are worth trying, whether you want to get your hands on the brand, I wanted to film a little bit of an independent, unbiased review of them, which is the purpose of today's video. Before we jump into all of this and cut the waffle, I do want to say categorically for all out there, this video is not sponsored. I have received zero free PR from Naturium. I have no commercial interests or links with the brand, Susan Yara, the founder, or anything. In fact, I trawl back through my message history and DMs to look at how many times I'd actually spoke to Susan Yara, the founder of Naturium herself, and it's a grand total of once. As a result of some of the online backlash I got from that first video, she did reach out and say, look, I'm sorry you were getting this backlash. I feel bad for you. And I said, honestly, don't worry about it. Best of luck with your brand. That was it. It's the sum total of the content. So let's clear that up before, the shady amongst us come at us with accusations of underhand sponsorship or anything. Zero categorically can say that is not the case. Now, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? Now, as with all of my videos here on Mad About Skin, I always like to start with the positives first. When I'm looking at a brand, I think we should throw out those positive vibes, and I do this irrespective of the brand, the ethics, or anything that's gone before. And that's the approach I'm going to take with Naturium. So let's start with the pros of the brand itself. First and foremost, I want to talk packaging and price point. Now, I know a lot of people might say this is quite trivial. We should be looking at the formulations, how the product actually delivers, rather than looking at the packaging and the price point itself. Actually, I think this matters to a lot of people. There's nothing worse than reaching for a product that you love, but having the flimsy packaging you can't travel with or that doesn't deliver what you want to. Also, I hate overpaying for skincare. Honestly, I am so cheap. I'm drugstore to my core, and I hate to overpay for skincare. When it comes to Naturium, first and foremost, I love the packaging. It's really robust. You can travel with it without it leaking. They've thought about some little innovative hacks, like having the lock on the cleansers, for example, so if you do travel, you can lock that. And no, it won't end up all over your wash bag. All the tops on all the products are really robust, so they're not going to leak. And it does allow you to dispense the right amount of product for what you're looking for and what the recommended use is based on the brand's recommendations. I like that. I know it's simplistic and it's something that should just be a standard in the industry, but how many times have we reached for a skincare product and looked at the flimsy packaging and thought, no, this just isn't cutting it. You don't get that with Naturium. It's uplifting. It looks nice on your vanity, so I'm all about that. I also think the price point is really fair for the formulations you're getting. Often with Naturium products, you get more than one active ingredient in each serum or liquid toner, and so I think paying slightly more than maybe core drugstore prices is justified for the formulations you're getting, and it's certainly not up there with the bougie, extra and luxury celebrity skincare brands that I think we looked at in 2021 and thought, no, it's a little bit too much. This, I think, is a fair price point for what they're offering, so definitely two big ticks in the box. All the products are vegan and cruelty-free, which is really important. A lot of people might be doing veganuary, however you pronounce that now, and looking for vegan skincare, so this could be a skincare line that you can explore if you're living a plant-based lifestyle. I always say make sure you read all of the ingredients in all of the products, because I don't believe the entire line is vegan, but the majority of the products are, which gives you a really great choice. Also, cruelty-free is something that's really important to me. I think all brands, skincare, cosmetic, and otherwise, should be cruelty-free. There's no place for animal testing in the world, and I really love that Naturium offer, again, some really well-priced cruelty-free options. let's now talk about some of their recent launches, which is mainly the reason why I wanted to talk about the brand today, because I've been really impressed with some of their recent launches. First and foremost, let's talk about their Flash Facial. This I loved. First and foremost, it's quite innovative. So in here, you get a mixture of exfoliating acid. So you've got some glycolic acid in here. You've got some lactic acid as well, which is fantastic. But you've also got some rice bran, which balls up and gives an element of the manual exfoliation. I like this because I know a lot of people are saying, do I do a chemical or physical exfoliation? Which is for me. I love a few times a week to use a lactic acid chemical exfoliator, but sometimes just having a very light physical exfoliation with a light scrub can be a really nice way of just getting a quick instant hit. And I, on those days where I feel like I need a boost, a pick me up, do sometimes reach for a very gentle physical exfoliator. And this honestly was a really nice one. It's kind of like a at-home facial is how they're pitching it. And whilst I didn't get the same results as in spa facial, honestly it's one of the best combination exfoliators I think I've ever used, and really well worth the price point. I also love their vegan lactic acid, which they've recently launched. This is fantastic because it's slightly more innovative than what you usually see in the lactic acid market. Now, when you think lactic acid, I usually go for the ordinary lactic acid 10%. That's my go-to exfoliator at the moment. This is a 5% lactic acid, but the pH is crucial when we talk about exfoliators. And this has a very skin compatible pH, which means actually you're not going to get a whole lot of exfoliation from that. A lot of people might be thinking, well, that makes it a pretty dud product then. Well, no, because actually Naturium badged this as being more like a hydrator, more like a moisturizer than a strict exfoliant. And this is because lactic acid is a fantastic humectant that retains and locks in moisture in the skin. I love the fact that with this product, you're going to get the very lightest touch exfoliation, but it's also going to hydrate you to the gods and be a fantastic moisturizer in your skincare routine. This could be a real go-to for people that have very sensitive skin, but want a very light chemical exfoliation. The pH in this is going to be great for you. For me, I just like to use it on those days where I'm not using my ordinary 10% lactic acid, which is a true exfoliating acid. This gives me that little extra hydration that I need and a light touch exfoliation on the off days. Honestly, a really nice product. Finally, when it comes to the pros, I do like the fact they listen to customer feedback. So, you know, a lot of time brands just pump out product after product after product and don't really listen to what the consumer is actually telling them. I don't think this is the case with Naturium. I definitely know a lot of people call them out for using a lot of essential oils, particularly in their cleanser, and 6 months later they delivered their Naked Cleanser, which is the essential same product but essential oil free. Again, I like brands that listen to consumer feedback because I kind of think, you know what, we all need to learn from the products that we put out. As a brand owner myself, I kind of get that. And honestly, I would applaud Naturium for doing that. You're probably thinking, so far, so good. I'm going to leave a link to the video I did 12 months ago looking at some of my holy grails and fails from Naturium and their original product launch. I'll leave that up there if you want to know some of my other thoughts on their individual products. Now, unfortunately, we're going to move on to the cons. Like I say, with all brands, you have your pros, you have your cons. We tackle the pros, and let's look at the things I'm less enthusiastic about the brand for. First and foremost, ethics. Now, I did say 12 months ago, second chances. I'm all about second chances. You know what? I look at the number of times I've messed up in life and people have been generous enough to look the other way, give me a second chance. I'm eternally grateful for them, and I think we kind of have to pay it forward. So I'm always willing to give brands, individuals a second chance where I think one's deserved, and that's something that I really supported 12 months ago. A few things have happened since then, and it's kind of made me feel a little bit uneasy, which is the main reason why I don't purchase from the brand day in, day out. I think all this comes back to the original apology video. I'm not going to go over everything that happened at the launch because I kind of think, you know, we left that like 18 months ago. But there was an original video which had, you know, a lack of declaration around, you know, brand ownership and all of that went on. We then had an apology from Susan Yara herself. I was a bit on the apology. You know what? Wasn't the most sincere thing I've ever seen in the world. But you know what? I think apologies are some of the hardest things to deliver. So I gave a little bit of credit for that. However, around 6 months ago, the apology video disappeared, but the original problematic video that was promoting the products still remains. No, just no. Just this is for me. I know nobody wants their apology and their issues and their scandals, of which I've been in ones in the past, following them around day in, day out. I get that. And you know what? I would probably remove the apology video after a period of time too. However, I'd also remove the problematic video that kickstarted it, you know, the ones that people were reacting negatively towards. I think you have to kind of remove the two in ones, not just disappear, you know, remove the apology video and leave the other one to stand. That's a bit shady. It's not really that great. And I did notice on that original video, the comments have been turned off and the like and dislike monitor had also been turned off. Not good. I kind of think they both needed to go, which makes me feel that the apology maybe wasn't as sincere as I was going to give it credit for originally. Which, to be honest, is the reason why I don't purchase from the brand day in, day out. And it's something that you'll have to weigh up yourselves when it comes to this brand. Everyone's ethics, values, and opinions are different and equally as valid, so it all comes down to personal preference. Another con that I have is the sheer volume of products that are available from this brand. We are now 18 months in, like I said, and we have 40 plus products to choose from. I mean, honestly, that's like mind-blowing. I don't think I know any other brand on planet Earth that has launched within the first 18 months 40 or more products. This leads me to think a couple of things. First and foremost, it's a bit baffling for the consumer. I'm the sort of person that likes to go on a website, look at a range of products and kind of choose the ones that I want. I don't want too much choice. I know I'm someone that says I like consumer choice, but I think we can have too much choice, and it does kind of border on that with this brand, in my opinion. Also, I think if you're pumping out product after product after product, how much time are you actually putting into formulating each one of these? Clearly, they have their holy grails like that flash facial, that lactic acid, which I adore, but how many are we actually putting into this? You know, how much time and effort into each product? It seems more like a factory machine produced line rather than individual tailored products. Well, that's at least how it appears to me anyway. Finally, when it comes to the cons, I think there's still a few issues around the marketing of this brand. It's often called out as being fragrance free or minimal fragrance, and this is something you often hear Susan Yara, the founder, say. Very few of their products contain fragrance, and it's very much seen as a sensitive skin friendly brand and line. I love that because I definitely think there's a gap in the market for sensitive skin friendly skincare. However, if you read into the individual products themselves, actually quite a few of them have ingredients which the core purpose of them is to add a fragrant component. They might not be badged as fragrance, an artificial additive, or perfume, which is another version of an artificial fragrant that's been added to give that element of the sensorial, but there are a lot of ingredients in these products, the sole purpose of which is to add a fragrance. They're not really adding any additional benefit in terms of the skincare. The one that I call out most frequently is bergamot oil. Now, I love the scent of bergamot. It's what gives Earl Grey tea that beautiful, beautiful fragrance, taste, and sensorial experience. But in skincare, it is one of the most sensitizing ingredients I think that you can find. It's also found its way into a number of these products. There's no purpose to bergamot oil other than to give that sensorial, give that scent to it. And so I think to call a skincare brand fragrance-free or predominantly fragrance-free, but have a lot of oils and, botanicals that are adding nothing but fragrance, I think is a little bit misleading. That's just my personal choice, but you know what? I actually really like the scent of a lot of the products, so it's all going to come down to whether you want entirely fragrance-free products or not. I just think the brand could be a little bit more transparent about that and, drop some of the ingredients that are just there for the scent if you want to be truly a fragrance-free skincare line. So there you have it, guys, a 1-year update on Naturium. The reason I wanted to film this video again is because I don't really think that there's a balanced approach here on YouTube when it comes to this brand. We have the lovers, we have the haters, and there's very little in between. When it comes to skincare, everything is nuanced. I always say the best skincare products are the ones which meet your values, your price point, your ethical considerations, and your skin type. If you can tick all of those boxes, then honestly, that's going to be your go-to holy grail and best friend skincare product. When it comes to Naturium, I think the brand has some really great products that honestly have delivered great results in terms of my own skin and helped me to reach my skin goals. There is always that nagging issue around some of the ethics, the brand itself, and that is what really prevents me from reaching for this brand day in, day out. Everyone's going to have to make their own assessment on that, and hopefully in this video I've given a balanced and impartial view which will help you guys to work out whether you want to shop from this skincare line or not. I would love to know what your thoughts, feelings and opinions are on Naturium, so make sure you sound off in the comment section below. Let me know which have been any of your ding 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 holy grails or any wah 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 total fails. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're having the most amazing start to 2022 and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.